just would like to tell you the story of this place here. But first, where is the current boundary between us and the Syrians? Do you see Mount Hermon straight north? And that is a big ridge going away from us. That going away from us, the higher point is already Syrian. On the other side, the other slope, away from us to the north, it's Lebanon already. So Mount Hermon is in the middle of Lebanon, Israel, and Syria. That's the on top is really the source of water. And not only to the Jordan River, but to some rivers of Lebanon and the two rivers of Damascus, Amanah and Par that are mentioned in the Bible in connection with Naaman the Syrian. Remember him? If not, find it in the Bible. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see this ridge over here in front of us? This is in our hands. Do you see this town in front of you? Sort of like a bulge entering into Israeli territory. This is Quneitra and that's Syria. And there is sort of like a green grayish line in front of the trees. This is an anti-tank trench, and that's the boundary between us and them. The ridge over here is in our hands. The white structures over there before the slopes is a UN peacekeeping base. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you can see it's not in a straight line. And now let us go back to 1967. 67, when the Syrian and the Egyptians and the Jordanians too were attacking us from three sides. First against the Egyptians, then against the Jordanians, and finally we climb up here with infantry and paratroopers, and eventually in the last days of the war we take this place. From here, but the people knew the last trenches, all the rest of the country and the people, and all of the everything that is standing. The airlift, and if not for him opening the stockpiles of the American military in Europe and allowing us practically to get what we needed, we did come already to a standstill because we finished all our gear, all our ammunition. And I remember of my house passing the big train, air train. This was off the record. And coming back over here then, after a long 1 month of fighting, we end up pushing 1/3 of the way closer to Damascus. Something similar would be in Egypt, pushing to the 101 kilometers from Cairo. And we tried to establish a ceasefire line near the UN in Damascus, just 40 miles away. We are on the road, the ancient road that passed over here and to Quneitra and through Quneitra to Damascus. And so, do you remember one fellow? His name is Shaul. You know who Shaul is? You don't know who Shaul is? Saul. Which Shaul? Which Saul? You call him today Paul. All right. You have the right to call him Paul. I have the right to call him Shaul. His Hebrew name was Shaul. And he's going where to? Damascus. On the wrong kind of a mission. Okay. On a vindictive kind of a mission, right?
Right.
He's going there and crossing over here, and something will happen to him. Somewhere. Was it somewhere around here? Probably. That's the road to Damascus. We're getting very close because from here they'll bring him to Damascus just 40 miles away. Was it a little bit further up? I don't know. Who knows? We never find that sign. It happened here, okay? But this is the root of that ancient red.
threats and murder against the disciples of the Lord. He goes with permission from the high priest to go to Damascus and persecute people of the way, as it was called. And it says, and as he journeyed, he came near Damascus, and suddenly a light shone round him from heaven. Then he fell to the ground and heard a voice saying to him, Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me? And he said, Who are you, Lord? And the Lord said, I'm Jesus, whom you're persecuting. So here we are.
What's the reference?
It's Acts 9. And then Paul tells it twice more in the book of Acts. I believe it's 22 and 26.
So the road to Damascus is one and the same as the
Via
road,
Maris.
the Via Damaris.
Via Maris
Via
is
Maris,
passing
Via Damaris.
somewhere along the line through Damascus.
Via
And
Maris.
this is the approach from the country, from the center of the country to Damascus.
So that's a Syrian city?
This is a Syrian city, yes. It is a Syrian New Conetra. This was returned to them also.
No one
They
lives
have a
there.
water reservoir. They saw what we do with water reservoirs up here. So they built one of their own, which a few years ago broke up. And it flooded big parts of the area here.
Good, it watered the land.
Yes, but it was also destructive, my dear, because it came like a flood.
Oh.
Huge quantity of water. You know, when a dam is broken.
This is an Israeli bunker on top of the same mountain that we just saw that was bordering Syria. And those were Syrian cities. And as Amnon was just saying, they lost a war that they started back in, well, this is the 1967 war. Oh wow. Okay. Exit. Okay.